Welcome and good Wednesday morning on July 27th. We are here from the CBS Interactive Studios in New York City for the 359, featuring Roger Cheng and Ben Fox Rubin. Good morning, guys.
Morning. Wow, that was a hell of an intro.
That was impressive.
I know. I'm jazzed.
I'm
way more pumped than I was 30 seconds ago.
More than I deserve.
Definitely.
Good Lord.
I agree.
All right. You're going to MC my funeral, so thank you.
Yeah, just a warning, or just a warning to everyone. We're going to get pretty wonky today financially.
Oh, that's what we're warning people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? We're talking about earnings. It's all earnings.
All earnings Wednesday. And
Apple, Twitter, T-Mobile. We've got a lot to talk about, a lot to unpack.
So expect way too much jargon.
Yeah, we're both former financial journalists.
And we're going to really going to lean into this.
Yeah, we're just going to go crazy wonky. So sorry in advance.
Don't apologize.
If you're bored by money, go away now.
Wow.
But yes, as always, if you have any questions about these companies, Apple, Twitter, or T-Mobile, or anything related, definitely leave some questions in the comments. Brian will scout out and check out the best questions.
Yeah, we'll do the Q&A afterward.
We'll do the Q&A. We're gonna have to keep this one quick. Actually, it's already 11:50. Just realized.
Okay, so let's make it happen.
All right. Well, I could be a little bit late to my next meeting, so that's fine.
All right, we're ready to roll.
All right, let's do it.
And in 3, 2.
Welcome to the 359, where we talk about the top tech news of the day and all the other crap we want to throw in. I'm Roger Cheng.
I'm Ben Fox Rubin.
Apple last night reported its financial results, and things weren't actually so bad. Sales declined, but not as much as expected, and the company actually offered a slightly rosier forecast than expected. What do you think, Ben?
That's actually, so the revenue forecast is actually saying quite a bit for Apple, because usually they provide pretty soft guidance that's well below analyst estimates.
They're usually very conservative about those things.
Right.
Yep.
So the fact that this was actually better means that maybe they have something, in their pocket that we don't know about, that maybe they expect the iPhone to do better in September.
iPhone 7 Plus Pro, amazing version.
Right. So maybe at least their financial analysis is that it's going to sell better than Wall Street expects it to. So,
right. I mean, look, the key number still sold 40 million iPhones. It's still an impressive number.
It's a huge number.
Down from a year ago, but still, like no other company, every other company would sacrifice their firstborn to get those kinds of numbers.
Sure, but nobody likes numbers going down. So ever since 2007, iPhone sales have been up. And then for the past 2 quarters, they've been, going lower. So this is a big problem for them, and we'll see if they'll be able to turn it around somehow.
Definitely. And, it goes back to the kind of disconnect between Wall Street and consumers. All the results seem to be bad, but the stock went up.
Yeah.
And, that sort of contrasts for when Apple reports record results and stock goes down and people scratch their heads.
Yeah, it's all an expectations game. Totally. However, with Twitter, transitioning to those guys, their results were bad and the stock went down. So at least those expectations are, as you would anticipate.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically what happened with Twitter, which also reported yesterday, they said that they're losing advertising. Their growth is stalled. And the main takeaway from these guys in their earnings report was that they offered really low guidance and only a 1% rise in monthly active users.
MAUs. Yeah.
Yeah. So how bad is it for these guys? I mean,
it's pretty bad, right? I think there's a lot of people, there's an increasing number of people who are questioning the relevancy of Twitter, right? When you've got companies like Snapchat coming in and really surpassing them, what's Twitter's role?
I don't know. I spend a lot of time on Twitter, and
as do I.
Some of this financial information is definitely very dismaying, because it makes it seem as though Twitter is just going to turn into a ghost town at some point. It's going to be the next Google Plus. So
it's really depressing.
These numbers are important to realize that.
It's depressing because I've spent years building up my audience there, and they're all just going to abandon me.
Right. They're all bots anyway. What is the chances, by the way, I wanted to get to this, that they could become a takeover target? Because that's a lot of what people are talking about, too.
Yeah, that's pretty likely, right?
Yeah.
It does seem like it would fit under a larger company now than as a standalone business. They can't figure out how to make money.
Yeah.
So, all right, lastly, T-Mobile posted solid results, leading the industry in customer growth for a 10th consecutive quarter. Newsflash, free stuff works. Their T-Mobile Tuesday app has really started to pay off. That was the app that gave them free pizza, free Frosties from Wendy's, and for some, even free stock in the company. And so it's kind of paid off. It's in contrast with really the rest of the industry. Like most of the other players have struggled to add customers. T-Mobile's kind of standing out there.
How's their bottom line though? Because for years
Right.
they were losing money getting customers. Has that at least turned around?
Yeah, they're posting a profit. Earnings beat expectations, and they're looking pretty right now.
Wow. Good job, T-Mobile. By the way, 646,000 net new postpaid phone customers.
Oh yeah, we're getting wonky.
Nicely done, John LeChair.
That's more than the rest combined, by the way. All right, want to know more about these stories? Check us out on CNET. I'm Roger Cheng.
I'm Ben Fox Rubin.
Thanks for listening.
And that's a cut on the recording, and we are still here with you on YouTube looking for your comments and questions
yes.
about money.
Yes.
Who doesn't like money?
Yes, and by the way, Roger said earlier in the show that if you don't, or was it you, Brian? If you don't care about money, don't listen to this. But you have to follow. You have to follow the money. Like
you do. That's what motivates all these companies.
If you're just blindly on Twitter and don't realize that thing is in serious trouble, like that's not.
Doesn't the C
that's a big
in
problem
CNET
for you.
stand for consumer?
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
No, I don't think it
That's
does.
what it made
actually.
sense in my head.
Computer.
ComputerNet?
I think it was.
Is it?
No.
Can we go back to that brand? Welcome to the
ComputerNet.
ComputerNet.
Brought to you by the 90s.
Oh my God! 3 CNET people don't know what CNET stands for.
No, I think it's it's kind of a mystery, right?
I don't know.
Or the story changes depending on the era.
It just sounded cool.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Cool
I guess
net.
that's true.
That's what it is.
Cool
It's
net.
Cool net.
Cool way of it.
All right, Brian. What questions? What do we got?
Not really. I mean,
Of course.
Oh my God! We keep expecting you do Apple shows. You expect Apple questions, but
this
Of course
is
when you ask about
it's an
earnings.
interesting podcast, but there is this episode is good. It supplies information, but I don't think there's a whole lot of users out there who are dying to dig deep into a back and forth about the fiscal results of Twitter.
That's true.
that's sad.
This is
I'm
kind
kidding.
of a
I'm kidding.
one-way
That's true.
conversation podcast. There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
also
Fair
think
enough.
that just in general, there's not a lot of interest in Twitter
Oh,
at this point.
we got a good one. How about Nintendo? How does Nintendo stack up against these?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
Nintendo's been floundering a little bit.
Nintendo posted their results last night, actually, and as they kind of warned about this a couple days ago that they told investors, hey, that whole Pokemon Go phenomenon, we're not actually making money directly from that app. Just remember that, and then their stock tanked, and then today they posted a loss. I mean, look, the results
Wow.
are still terrible. The business prospects are still kind of rough because they still make their money off of console games and physical hardware games. And Pokemon Go is great, but again, it's an indirect relationship. They own a third of Pokemon Company, which is the holding company that owns the property of Pokemon.
The IP.
The IP. And they reportedly own a stake in Niantic. We don't actually know if they do.
Which is the maker of the game.
Right, so Niantic is making money hand over fist, so is Apple. Nintendo gets a little bit of buzz from it, but it actually doesn't make that much money.
That is so sad to me because Nintendo was irrelevant in the gaming world for years, partly because they refused to go into mobile.
Are they irrelevant? I don't know. I
They
still
were-
Well, no, on that
Fine,
note,
fine, fair enough.
they just
Less
announced
relevant.
last night the NX will be mobile.
Okay.
Yes, but not.
What that means, though, I don't know,
not,
because technically the GameCube was mobile because it had that little handle on it.
Oh, come on.
It's not mobile in the
that's
sense
true.
that it's like a phone app. It's
Right.
like its own mobile console. Like it's
But is it going to be a pocket mobile Game Boy size? Is it going to be something a little more multifunctional? Can you work it in and get high resolution on your actual home theater system type thing? Or is it strictly a pocket game? Like, they haven't really even said.
Yeah, but does that mean that they're not going to go all in on making more mobile games for smartphones?
Well, see,
because I think
wouldn't
that's what people expect them to do after Pokemon Go.
It's inarguably a successful launch. Granted, it's had its flaws, but Nintendo's officially in the game.
well, no, they're not. They're indirectly in the game,
Fine.
as I
All
said.
right.
They're
Fine.
more in the game than
This,
they were
they didn't.
before.
They didn't make the game. They didn't really have their hands on Pokemon Go, really. So in the development of the game, right?
Okay.
It's all Niantic. Just to clarify, they posted a net loss of $234 million in the last quarter.
That's Nintendo.
That's Nintendo.
Wow.
That's a pretty significant loss.
But what's the thing I keep reading about, like how Nintendo could take a loss for 80 years and still be fine?
Yeah, they've got. I think they've
Is
got
that
sort of a.
blowing smoke? I don't.
I think that's technically true. They have like enough money to last them for a while, and presumably those projections aren't assuming that they're going to lose $200 million every quarter. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, look, again, they still have struggles. I think everyone is hoping that they get more into smartphone games, mobile apps, things like Pokemon Go.
And actually own them.
When
they go viral.
Although
that would be nice.
Few people remember like the first mobile game that they put out was like the Wii something Amigo. Wait, I have
was there some the
Mimo, right?
I just
crap.
made that up.
No, because like they had the Miiverse.
Yeah,
built
they
in
had
the
these
Wii.
like this like a social component. You basically create a Me account and you're like interacting with other friends. You know,
It wasn't as much a game though.
It wasn't a game, but it was its first foray into the smartphone.
Kevin says Miitomo.
Miitomo. Thank you, Kevin.
Nicely done.
Nicely done. I played it for about 5 minutes and I thought it was pretty stupid. And
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
the idea of like
and-
carrying around your little personal game verse with you, because if you recall, Sega Dreamcast did that first with the VMU.
oh yeah,
You could store your files
Wow.
and essentially became like a keychain,
Right.
like almost Tamagotchi-ish type thing.
yeah.
And you could maintain and interact with certain elements of the game on the go. Now, it wasn't like Bluetooth wireless syncing to anything. You'd still
Right.
have to come back into the controller. But the idea was like you had your game on you in some aspect at all times, and there were little mini games you could play to
Right.
accrue points to stock back into the game when you sat back down to the console. So that's
Conceptually, that sounds pretty cool. but
and very
I don't
advanced for
think-
1999.
I don't think that it really took off, though. Probably
No,
because
obviously
the
not.
technology
Well, the
wasn't
Sega.
there.
I mean, the
Yeah.
Dreamcast kind of died, so
The
yeah.
Dreamcast, I'm surprised you even knew anything about the Dreamcast. There were like 3 customers for that thing.
It's Brian.
He knows.
it was in the
he knows
90s.
all.
Wait, was it the 90s? I guess it was in the 90s. I
The
guess it
Dreamcast?
was, yeah, it was-
99, 99, 99.
It just hit there.
I avoided that one.
I did too. They had some good games though.
We all
still
had
have
the
one.
Genesis.
Really.
Yeah, that's the one I'll always hang on to.
Oh, dude, sell that on eBay. That's probably worth something by now.
No, I'll be the jerk who keeps buying them on eBay. I
Okay.
love that
Raising
system.
the price, you
Yeah.
bastard.
Totally offsetting the market, and then we'll do an episode on it.
Because this is the financial report brought to you by the 359.
All right, we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
We will try to entertain a more
yeah, we'll do something a little bit.
non-businessy topic tomorrow.
Right.
We'll try to do better. Anyway,
I had fun.
I had
had
fun.
fun, too.
I like talking about finances. Damn it.
Yeah.
All right. All right. If you liked anything you saw or heard here, check us out on CNET.com. We're also available via iTunes and Google Play Music, as well as other services that I'm just not going to bother mentioning anymore.
Feedburner, SoundCloud, TuneIn.
All right.
I think I missed one, but whatever.
No, I think that was it, right?
Oh, yeah. You did 2, I did 3. Fine.
I feel like there's always a sixth one that I'm just not.
All right. The wrap-up music is playing.
All right. See you tomorrow.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.